Look at the Eastern Division, Matt. Interesting there. Basically, since Urban Meyer left Florida, it's just not been able to compete with the West. Tennessee may have missed its window with Josh Dobbs and company and all the NFL talent that they brought in recruiting classes of the last few years. I really like what Georgia's done. Kirby Smart, great recruiting classes, got the young quarterback in place with Jacob Eason, and maybe a blessing in disguise that Sony Michel and Nick Chubb got hurt and stuck around for another year, and now they can build a tandem that could be very difficult to deal with. And, of course, Florida's the defending champ 2 times. So your thoughts about the other side?
I would still think Florida has to have the edge, and with the news that apparently Malik Zaire is going to end up in Gainesville, he may solve some of their quarterback issues. And let's not forget they also have Felipe Franks and Kyle Trask kind of in the bullpen waiting to see which one of those young guys might emerge and be the next 3-year starter in Gainesville. Again, for me, it'll go right back to quarterback play, and which can develop. I mean, you're right about Jacob Eason. You know, South Carolina is really excited about Jake Bentley and his prospects. I just mentioned the young guys at Florida. There's a lot of young guys that had 4- and 5-star quarterback rankings that all these coaches are hoping are the next great one that's going to have his name on the wall and be an All-American. But until those guys develop and prove they can do it, it's just hard to try to cherry pick and decide, okay, which one is it going to be? But the other thing, aside from just the quarterback play, Mark, is the coaching. Look at what's happened. You mentioned Urban Meyer at Florida. Look at what's happened around the league as well, from the time when you had a half a dozen national championship winning coaches in the league at once. Les Miles is out. He's been replaced by Ed Ogeron, who we've already gone over his record. Even at Vanderbilt, James Franklin is out. He's been replaced, obviously, by Derek Mason, who hasn't had nearly the success. James Franklin's winning Big Ten titles at Penn State. Mark Richt with almost 2 decades of 10-win seasons at Georgia, and he's replaced by a first-time head coach. That is, to me, as big a reason for the decline in the SEC as it is the improvement in the Big Ten. Look at what they've done. Urban Meyer at Ohio State. Michigan went and paid Jim Harbaugh a boatload. Penn State decided James Franklin was their guy. You've had sort of legacy coaches that have been great, like Pat Fitzgerald and Mark D'Antonio. You've got even a Kirk Ferentz at Iowa. You've got a league right now where one very clearly is on the incline when it comes to their head coaches, and the other where they've got an awful lot to prove.